The room was silent except for the soft ticking of the antique clock on the wall. Detective Elias Rowan noticed it immediately. Manipulators always chose quiet rooms. Silence gave them control. Across the table sat Victor Hale, well-dressed, calm, almost charming. Too calm for a man whose business partner had vanished 3 days earlier. Victor smiled. Not nervous, not defensive, perfectly composed. That was the first sign. Elias leaned back slightly, observing. He had spent years studying criminals, but manipulators were different. They didn't force outcomes. They steered them. "Thank you for coming in, Mr. Hale," Elias said evenly. "This is just a routine conversation." Victor nodded. "Of course. I'm happy to help. Daniel was my friend." Friend. Elias noted the word choice. Not business partner. Not colleague. Friend softened perception. Manipulators always framed themselves emotionally. Elias picked up a file but didn't open it. "Before we begin," he said, "there's something I like to do in interviews." Victor's eyes flickered for half a second. A crack in the mask. "I stay silent." Victor chuckled lightly. "That's unusual." Elias said nothing. 10 seconds passed. Then 20. The silence pressed down like weight. Most people filled silence unconsciously. They explained. They justified. They revealed. Victor shifted in his chair. "You know," he began, "Daniel had been under a lot of stress lately. I told him to slow down." There it was. Elias still said nothing. Victor continued, voice calm but faster now. "He made risky decisions. I warned him. Anyone can confirm that." Elias marked it mentally. Rule 1. A manipulator speaks when silence threatens their control. Finally, Elias spoke. "Interesting. I didn't ask about Daniel's behavior." Victor smiled again, but this time it didn't reach his eyes. "I just thought it might help." "Help whom?" Elias opened the file now. Photographs. Bank records. Time stamps. "Mr. Hale," Elias said, "people who tell the truth usually answer questions directly." Victor leaned forward. "Detective, are you accusing me of something?" Another tactic. Rule 2. Manipulators reverse roles, becoming the threatened party. Elias met his gaze. "I'm observing." Victor laughed softly. "You're very quiet. Makes people uncomfortable." "That's the point," Elias replied. He closed the file and asked, "Where were you on Tuesday night?" Victor didn't answer immediately. Instead, he smiled. "You already know, don't you?" he said. "You wouldn't ask otherwise." Deflection. "Answer the question," Elias said calmly. "I was at home," Victor replied. "Alone?" Elias nodded. "Anyone confirm that?" Victor shrugged. "I don't see why that matters." Rule 3. Manipulators question the relevance of facts that corner them. Elias stood and walked to the window. Rain streaked the glass. He spoke without turning around. "Do you know the fastest way to detect a manipulator?" Victor was silent now. "You stop reacting," Elias continued. "You stop explaining. You stop defending. You let them do the work." Victor's voice hardened slightly. "Is this some kind of psychological trick?" Elias turned back. "No. It's observation." He leaned forward. "Tell me, Mr. Hale, why did you move Daniel's money 2 hours after he disappeared?" The smile vanished. Victor exhaled slowly. "You're mistaken." "No," Elias said. "I waited to see how you'd respond." Victor straightened his jacket. "This conversation is over." Rule 4. Manipulators retreat when control fails. Elias nodded toward the door. "Of course. But before you go." Victor paused. "You've been doing something all interview long." Victor didn't turn. "You've never once asked what happened to Daniel." Silence. That was the final crack. Manipulators didn't care about truth. Only outcomes. Victor walked out without another word. 3 days later, Daniel's body was found. Victor Hale was arrested the same night. During the trial, the judge asked Detective Rowan how he knew. Elias answered simply, "I stopped reacting." He revealed himself.